Republicans.
Good morning, America. New protests erupt outside the White House as President Trump does damage control. New tweets this morning as he tries to clarify those stunning comments where he sided with Vladimir Putin over our intelligence community.
I accept our intelligence community's conclusion.
The president now says he misspoke as top Republicans struggle to defend him.
Severe storms strike the Northeast. Millions pummeled by major downpours. This highway underwater. Rescue teams racing to save stranded drivers. This church steeple struck by lightning. And a funnel cloud spotted outside New York City. Now new concerns out west. At least 48 wildfires burning. These waves of flames racing across the region.
Breaking news as we come on the air. Those 12 boys and their soccer coach trapped in a cave for weeks, now leaving the hospital. Set to speak publicly for the first time. We're live on the scene.
Beach warning. Umbrellas whipped up by strong winds, flying through the air, striking beachgoers. A woman seriously injured on the Jersey Shore.
We're cool for the summer. And this bear trying to stay cool for the summer, running through backyards, searching for shade, even taking a dip. The whole neighborhood on lockdown, the hours-long chase to help him get back to the wild. Cool for the summer.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America, and our Papa Bear is back from Helsinki. That was really...
Wait, aren't bears Russian?
George, you just couldn't resist.
Well, it is great to be back, but boy, that summit was so stunning. It was historic. It is sending shockwaves across the country and around the world right now, and the president is under some pressure now to undo the damage. He tried to clarify his comments yesterday. He claimed he got just one word wrong, but there are no apologies this morning. He is up and tweeting that his meeting with Vladimir Putin will prove to be a great success. Our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega starts us off. And Cecilia, the president appears to be having second thoughts about his second thoughts.
Exactly, George. The president may have walked back his Helsinki comments yesterday, but he is now back to defending his performance. He calls his meeting with Putin a great success, saying that only the media are saying otherwise. But, George, you know this. He seems to be forgetting the near universal backlash that he's received for that performance, even from allies in his own party. President Trump back at the White House and in full damage control mode.
I realize that there is a need for some clarification.
From this president, an almost unheard of walk back following worldwide backlash after that Helsinki press conference where he sided with Russia's Vladimir Putin over his own intelligence community. The president reading from a carefully written script.
I have full faith and support for America's great intelligence agencies. Always had.
It sounded like a full-throated endorsement of the unanimous findings that Russia did indeed interfere with the 2016 election. That is, until this.
Let me be totally clear in saying that, and I've said this many times, I accept our intelligence community's conclusion that Russia's meddling in the 2016 election took place. Could be other people also. There's a lot of people out there. There was no collusion at all.
That no collusion line off script, written in the president's own handwriting. In another off-script moment,
I have a full faith in our intelligence agencies. Whoops, they just turned off the light. That must be the intelligence agencies. There it goes. Okay. You guys okay? Good. That was strange.
He now says he misspoke when asked if he believes Putin over his intelligence agencies.
My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be.
But now?
In a key sentence in my remarks, I said the word would instead of wouldn't. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't, or why it wouldn't be Russia. So, just to repeat it, I said the word would instead of wouldn't. The sentence should have been, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be Russia.
But while the president hedged on Russia, top Republicans did not hold back.
We believe the European Union countries are our friends, and the Russians are not.
In South Africa, former President Obama also speaking out without naming names.
People just make stuff up. We see the utter loss of shame among political leaders where they're caught in a lie and they just double down and they lie some more.
So you heard the president there in our piece saying this is about a one-word mistake, that he should have said the word wouldn't instead of would when it came to Russian interference. But really, this is so much bigger than that. The president had the opportunity to publicly condemn Vladimir Putin as he was standing right beside him at that press conference in Helsinki, and he did not do that. So, George, a one-word walkback really does not answer the question about why he sided with an adversary like Putin.
No, because the press conference went on for several minutes. He also cited Putin's strong and powerful denial. He said he had confidence in both parties. Speaking of both our intelligence agencies and Vladimir Putin, still hasn't condemned Putin. And this morning, another tweet, Cecilia, he's tweeting saying, so many people at the higher ends of intelligence love my press conference performance in Helsinki. I may have missed something, but I haven't seen a single person in the intelligence agencies come out and praise the president for that performance.
You didn't miss anything, George. I didn't miss anything either. Not one single intelligence person in the intelligence community has come out to publicly praise the president privately. In fact, they've been completely aghast over his performance that they witnessed in Helsinki. The one official comment we do have from Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats, he says it's crystal clear. There is no question Russia did meddle in the 2016 election, George, and perhaps most importantly, he says their threats to undermine our democracy are ongoing.
Yeah, he put that out almost immediately after the president's press conference. Cecilia, thanks very much. There are also new developments in the Russia investigation. Special Counsel Robert Mueller turning up the heat on former Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort, asking a federal judge to grant immunity to 5 secret witnesses who could provide testimony in Manafort's trial. I want to bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abramson. Dan, this trial is set to start next week. This is quite a twist at the last minute.
It's such an interesting development. Who are these 5 witnesses? We don't know. But more importantly, these are basically 5 people who are saying, we will, in effect, invoke our right against self-incrimination, meaning there's something that they're worried about in connection with their testimony. Robert Mueller is coming back and saying, fair enough, but we need your testimony, so we'd like to grant what's called use immunity, meaning we won't use anything you say against you for these specific purposes. Now, the judge is going to have to sign off on that, but what really Mueller is doing is trying to force these 5 people to testify.
And you could argue that he's also trying to put more pressure on Paul Manafort to come to a plea agreement.
It's possible, but, you know, these 5 witnesses are preparing for trial, not for a plea agreement. These are 5 witnesses who he doesn't want to name publicly because he's concerned about the impact. The only way that these witnesses' names are going to be made public is if they actually testify, according to Mueller.
And we have that other major development, the Justice Department indicting a 29-year-old Russian national for being a Russian agent here in the United States, Maria Butina. You see her right there, conspiring to influence our politics. It shows how deep the Russian effort was.
And this is separate from the Robert Mueller investigation. This has been an investigation going on for a couple of years. But they're basically saying that she was conspiring to be a Russian agent here in the United States and lying about what she was doing here. I think they were worried that she was about to flee, which is the reason that they're filing these charges immediately. But this really goes to the heart of what we've really been talking about here. This isn't periphery. This is someone who came to the country allegedly to be a foreign agent and lied about it.
And trying to influence the National Rifle Association Republican politics. Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Robin?
All right, George, we're going to move on now to those severe summer storms lashing the Northeast, triggering dangerous flash flooding, leading to dozens of water rescues. Ginger is here with those details. Good morning, Ginger.
Oh, Robin, the numbers were impressive. 2.63 inches at Reagan International Airport in just 42 minutes. And then this. You don't get to see this every day. This is a funnel cloud over the New York City harbor. Yeah, those ominous skies seen from Utah all the way to New Hampshire with more than 100 severe storm reports.
Severe storms temporarily submerging parts of the East Coast. In the heart of rush hour in New York City, cars swamped, a waterfall in the subway, and a funnel looming over the New York City harbor. Record daily rain from Boston to Baltimore. Vicious thunderstorms inundating cars in Arlington, Virginia. At least 40 people rescued from their stranded vehicles. And in Massachusetts, lightning starting this house fire, setting a New Hampshire church ablaze. Drivers pushing the cars out of the rising waters in Worcester.
It was pouring. You couldn't even see in like 10 feet in front of you. It was just sheets of rain just falling down.
And the issue on the West Coast, this ridge, this big area of high pressure is still bringing intense heat to the areas that are suffering with wildfires. Heat advisories include Reno today. And of course, there are some 48 large wildfires burning. And we have to go right to our Clayton Sandell, who's at the Ferguson fire near Yosemite.
Hey, Ginger, good morning. The big problem here is the terrain is very steep, it is hot, and everything burning is extremely dry. The conditions here about as bad as they can get. In Oregon overnight, 2 fast-moving wildfires engulfing multiple buildings. Wind whipping waves of fire into a burning river on this hillside, roaring across farmland. This person racing just ahead of the flames, plowing a makeshift fire break. Officials in Wasco County, Oregon, east of Portland, telling residents to evacuate immediately. In Central Point, Oregon, families burns right alongside the freeway. In California, the smoke from the 13,000-acre fire near Yosemite making air quality hazardous, hiding Yosemite's famous views like Half Dome behind a thick layer of smoke.
Visibility is definitely an issue here.
And that can be very dangerous. You want to know where that fire's at.
Absolutely.
The smoke's so thick, at times, firefighting aircraft are grounded. This is hot, sweaty work, and because they can't fly in smoky conditions like this, it's the boots on the ground right now that are making the biggest difference in this firefight. And thanks to firefighters, not a single home has been lost in this fire, but there are still hundreds of people evacuated. Robin?
Thinking of them. All right, Clayton, thank you. Amy?
All right, Robin, overseas now to a fantastic update on those 12 Thai boys and their soccer coach, all released from the hospital this morning after that dangerous and dramatic cave rescue that captivated the world. And ABC's James Longman has been covering the story from the very beginning. James, good morning.
Hi, Amy, and look at what we're looking at right now. They are the boys who were stuck in that cave for all those days. They've come out here. This is their first public appearance. They came in here just a few moments ago. They actually just did a little kickabout, a soccer game in front, because they've laid goalposts here in this hall where we've been waiting for them. And they're now lined up in their jerseys, their wild boar jerseys that we've all been hearing so much about. They're actually sat next to one of the doctors who spent time in the cave with them, as well as 3 Navy SEALs from the Thai military who are also in that cave. Remember, 2.9 miles in. No one knew where they were, whether or not they were alive or dead for days. And today, finally, their family, their friends, the world is watching them up on that stage, and it's just glorious.
James, and you can see the big smiles on their faces. They're all in good health?
Absolutely. I mean, they just came in a minute ago, and like I said, kicking a ball around. Doctors say they're over their fevers, they're over their infections. There are concerns, I think, about their psychological impact that this will have had on them. I mean, remember, one of those boys up there, he's 11 years old, and to be sat in that cave wondering whether or not you were going to die at any moment, the water rising in front of you, that must have been absolutely terrifying. So I think their psychological state will be monitored. Remember, one man, a former Navy SEAL, died in the effort, so that will be of some concern, but I think for the moment it's a happy day here in Thailand.
All right, James, and we're going to have much more on this throughout the broadcast. We're going to hear from the boys for the first time since their ordeal, so a lot to look forward to.
Looks like they just won the Junior World Cup.
I was like, those smiles say everything.
That's fantastic. We're going to move on now to that lava bomb that crashed into a tourist boat in Hawaii. It injured nearly 24 people, and this morning we're hearing from one of the families on board, a doctor and nurse who helped injured passengers, including their son. ABC's Will Carr is in Hawaii with the story. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, George. The family we spoke with says they'll never go on another lava boat tour, but they say they are happy they were there to help out when a lava bomb the size of a basketball shot down into the boat behind me. This morning, the Coast Guard investigating that hellish explosion that injured nearly 24 tourists off the coast of the Big Island. Watch as the lava bomb blows up, shooting volcanic boulders into the air, then raining fiery rocks down onto a lava sightseeing boat packed with tourists.
The largest rock was about this big, and when it hit the boat, it crashed through the roof, and it landed on a person.
Ming Lee, a surgeon, and his wife, Dawn, a former trauma nurse, sprang to action after almost 24 people were injured, including their son and a woman with a shattered leg and hip.
We just sort of stabilized her hip with life preservers and covered her so she wasn't going into shock.
Where would this compare with what you've seen over the course of your career?
I've seen a lot of things. This was
just crazy.
The Coast Guard now trying to figure out if the captain went too close to the lava flow, crossing a safety zone. Dawn Lee momentarily still holding the rock that burned her back, choosing to cast aside questions about the captain's decision.
Not to cast stones, but that we're just also thankful to be alive.
Passengers tell us there was another surgeon and a paramedic on board as well, and that things could have been much worse if everyone hadn't jumped in to help. George.
They are lucky, no question about that. Okay, well, thanks very much.
And George, now to that neighborhood on lockdown as a black bear ran free, going from yard to yard, even enjoying a dip in the pool. Maybe looking for a way to cool down. Temperatures climbed in the there in Los Angeles. ABC's Whit Johnson is here with the story, and with this went on for hours.
Robin, it sure did. Good morning to you. This 3 to 5-year-old heavy-set black bear took his sweet time, trespassing at will, as you mentioned, splashing around in backyard swimming pools. Neighbors could do absolutely nothing about it but grin and bear it.
L.A. police locked in a foot pursuit with a very unusual suspect.
Bear is moving at a fast pace of speed.
For hours, a nearly 300-pound black bear with a cinnamon coat acting like a four-legged tourist, turning Southern California backyards and suburban streets into his own magic kingdom.
Bear with tag gear sitting down in neighbor's front yard under a tree.
Dispatch getting the first emergency calls around 11 a.m. Tuesday. The bear appearing in no hurry.
The bear's chill. He's like, he hasn't even looked up at us.
But with searing temperatures in the 90s, the heat unbearable, even for him.
He's on the move.
The animal sauntering off, seeking cooler refuge.
Bear is walking through the yard.
Then taking a dip in a neighbor's pool for 9 minutes, barely able to stand up in the shallow end.
It was just so big when we saw it. I had no words. I was just speechless. I was like, wow.
Turns out this bear is a repeat offender.
This bear's been in the area before. It knows kind of the drill.
2 years ago, this same bear caught roaming around in the Sylmar area. His ear tag proves it, so he knew when it was time to run. And good at hiding, keeping officers at bay in this drainage pipe.
He's going back in.
And hours later, wildlife officers acting as the fun police eventually tranquilized the bear and returned him to the foothills. They have no reason to believe the bear was aggressive in any way, but for everyone's safety, they had to get the neighborhood back to normal.
Yeah.
Robin was criticizing me for all the...
I was acknowledging, not criticizing the bear. But I'm saying if you're going to do the pun, you got to really...
That's right.
You got to sell it.
And you told me if I have to ask, which I did ahead of time, that's already too many.
You've used up your quota for the year.
I think so.
Thank you, Will. Well, now a big night for baseball. That Midsummer Classic, the All-Star Game, breaking records. Players hitting 10 home runs. Up until now, the most ever hit was 6. That was recently set in 1971. Houston Astros' Alex Bregman named the MVP. His home run in the 10th inning helped bring the American League glory, beating the National League 8-6. That marks the American League's 6th straight victory.
Yeah, it went to almost midnight last night.
Ooh,
yeah,
you watch it?
It was like the home run derby watching that. Let's go back down to Ginger. Severe weather today in the plains?
Yep, we're doing it again. Meade, Kansas, showing us what it looks like when you have near 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It is that rushing water, and then today we've got the potential for it, enhanced risk right there in Norfolk, Nebraska in the center. Let's get to the comfortable cities now. Brought to you by Starbucks K-Cup Pods.
New Starbucks Plus coffee is the coffee you love, plus twice the caffeine for twice the go. Twice the keep going. Twice the this. Twice the that. Twice the raw. And twice the job well done. Take on your day with twice the caffeine in new Starbucks Plus coffee.
A perfect day for July. Sunshine and low humidity. Temperatures will start out in the 70s. You'll feel less and less humid conditions throughout the day today. Afternoon sunshine, the high 85 today. And not too bad either this upcoming weekend in terms of temperatures. No high heat, but the humidity and the rain chances going back up. Especially Sunday, we're up to a 60% chance of seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms. No extreme heat expected next week. You got a high of 90 next Tuesday.
Coming up, a wild high-speed shootout near an elementary school.